Hey, welcome to AntLab Games. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Francis.
And today we're going to play Solar City.
In the year 2035. In a solar punk universe.
Indeed.
It's a little advantageous, I think.
What's that?
2035. That's like not that far away.
It really isn't,
I don't
actually.
know. Well, maybe we'll have a solar punk universe, and maybe we'll be tile placing there. I don't know.
And building a solar city. We'll see.
We'll be doing that today. So
Yes.
Solar City is a tile placement game, rather challenging tile placement rules.
Right.
For 2 to 4 players. Designed by Marcin Senior-Ropka and Viola Kijalska. And published by Games Factory. Plays in about only 35 to 45 minutes. So it's a very quick moving game. And you'll see why when we get started playing.
All right, so after the break, join us at the table and we'll show you how it plays. All right, welcome back. So, Solar City. As Francis said, we are in the year 2035 and we're going to build a solar city.
You look good for the year 2035.
I do, I don't age.
We haven't aged a bit.
I'm timeless. So what is Solar City, right? So it is a tile placement game at its core. And we've set it up for 2 players, and there's a couple of things you need to know with the 2-player setup, but we'll take you to the table and show you exactly what to do for setup, and then we'll kick off. So if you look at the table, each of us have a player board which represents our city layout. And we are going to be taking turns drafting tiles, placing them in our city, and then activating columns and rows within our city. And you can only activate each column and row once per round. In a 2-player game, we're going to be playing 5 rounds. We each start with our own E-coins, they're called. So I start with 9 E-coins.
And I have 6.
Because you are player 1. We randomly chose 6 different corporations to represent our building tiles. And they've been set up in these 3 separate piles, and there's a certain amount of tiles you need to pull out for different player counts. So we've done that. I believe there's 5 tiles each for a total of 30 tiles for the game. Down here we have public structures, and we have a public structure deck, and we've had to pull some of those out too for the player count. And then you put up the top 3 and you put 2 coins on each. Right. The only thing I think you need to really be careful of is that they're not exactly the same.
Right, so you want to make sure you have 3 unique public structures because there are duplicates.
Yep, for the start of the game, that's where you need to be. All right, so the premise of the game is really just, like we said, to start laying these tiles. So you'll be drafting what are called skyscrapers, and they are the gray side of these building tiles. And you'll be placing your skyscraper somewhere on your board. You'll be activating either the column or the row that's associated with that tile, and that will trigger everything in this row. Right. Now, the other player will then have to place one of their markers, their activation markers, in that same exact row or column and not trigger anything in that. So, to signify round end, once one player has all of these filled in, that ends the round. Everybody takes their tokens back and you start round 2. Right. What's special about these tiles is, one, you have to place them as a skyscraper. On your turn, you can do 3 things. You can place a skyscraper. You could upgrade a skyscraper to a sky garden. At a cost. At a cost, and we'll go over cost in a second. Or you can buy one of these public structures and place it in any one of your rows.
Also at a cost.
At a cost as well. The easiest way to know cost is by this track here. And you've got a skyscraper track and a sky garden track. Skyscrapers are going to cost you 1 E-coin for every skyscraper you have built already. At the beginning of the game, you have 0, so your first skyscraper is free. Right. After that, you'll have to pay 1, then you'll have to pay 2 and 3. But as you start building skyscrapers, you'll also want to upgrade those skyscrapers to sky gardens. Sky gardens cost 2 coins per. So if you were to build 1 sky garden, you obviously are going to drop down 1 skyscraper because you've upgraded it. Exactly. And it'll start to swing like that, right? That's really all you have to know. Other than that, it's quite simple. You just build buildings, activate rows, collect bonuses, and then end the round. It's that easy. It's that easy. So, like we said, we're going to go 5 rounds, but there's 2 game-ending conditions. One, if one player fills their board with all 16 tiles, game immediately ends. Right. Right there and then. And the second
is if we reach 5 rounds.
Is if we reach 5 rounds. And then you add up all of your solar points, and the one with the most solar points at the end wins the game. Yeah. All right, so you are player 1. We'll let you go first. We'll kick it off, and I think that's it.
All right.
Kick us off.
All right. I think I'm going to...
Oh, and I forgot to mention that these public structures cost 6 coins each.
Yes.
We didn't talk about that.
We didn't.
And you can actually use the coins on top to help pay for it.
You can, if you don't have enough money, which is kind of cool.
Or you could take out a loan for, for 3 coins. It's not
well, I'm going to buy a public building.
Oh, right off the bat.
And I'm not going to take a loan.
Okay.
So I have $6. I can use these coins, but it's going to be kind of the same thing. So I'm just going to pay 6. And I'm going to take this public structure. And I will get 2 coins for doing that. And so these public buildings are neat in that they have kind of passive bonuses, so you won't get anything right away. This one in particular gives me, it's a photovoltaic farm. Photovoltaic farm. I don't really know what that is. But it gives me $6 at the end of each round, so I like it.
That is pretty good.
And I'm just going to put that right up here in my A1 spot.
Okay. Now, the one rule with placing a public structure is that you must have at least your column or row activation slot empty to do this.
Exactly.
And you always have to activate after you build anything.
Right. So I'm going to activate that right there.
All right, so that clogs up mine as well. And that's it. So we replace the tile and we move on.
And it does not get 2 coins on it.
It does not. That's actually pretty good right there. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Even though it's going to be full price.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and buy that one. And it's going to make my upgrade costs that much cheaper. So I will... Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, so I'll build that down here and I'll activate that row.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh, and that's a public building, so I don't have any of those yet. Okay.
So sorry.
That's okay. I'm fine with that. All right. Well, I guess I'll take one of these. So right now I have no skyscrapers, so this actually is free to build.
It's free. It's for you.
It's free. It's for me. So I will put that here. I have to activate that row, and I don't really want to. I'm gonna put it down here.
Okay.
So we don't have to activate anything.
Yes.
And now these skyscrapers have a... Oh, but I'm not going to activate it.
So you're not going to...
Yeah. I do want to put it up here. Because the thing is, these have a like an immediate bonus, and it'll tell you kind of in gray what the opposite side's going to be once you upgrade it. And this particular one is a Zona building, and it gives me 1 coin right now, 1 e-coin, for each adjacent public building.
No, just for each?
No, for each public building, right there. The fans.
Yeah, not adjacent. You said adjacent.
Oh, right. But the other side, the upgraded side, gives me a victory point for each adjacent public building. So good job trying to talk me out of it, but that's where it's going to go. Okay. So I get 1 coin because it is adjacent currently to one of those by activating this row.
Yes, by activating that row. That's correct. So those bonuses are through activation. They're not as soon as you build it.
Which is why I didn't put it down here, because I wouldn't have been able to activate it.
That's correct.
Not this round anyway.
Not this round anyway.
And also it wouldn't have been adjacent to it.
Right, so now you have to move your little tracker up, and that's something you have to remember to do.
Yeah, I'm always bad at those.
I'm going to go ahead and take this tech tree building, and it's going to be free because it's my first one. And, oh man. See, there's a problem. Well, you know what? I'm going to put it here.
Yeah, might as well, right?
So I'm going to place it here. I would get $1 if I activate it. I get $1 for each sky garden I have, but I don't have any sky gardens. But because I put it here and both of these are occupied, I don't have to activate anything.
Right.
And that's, you can do that for these, and for the upgrades, you cannot do that for the public buildings, like we talked about earlier.
Right. Let's see. I don't have a lot of money. I want one that gives me some money. I guess I'll take this tech tree building too. So that'll actually cost me $1. I'm going to put it down here. And I don't have any gardens yet, but that'll go up 1 more.
All right, so I will...
And I'm not activating because we have...
I'll build this guy.
Okay.
And I'll build him down here. And I'm going to activate this. So now that's going to cost me $1 for building him. Because it was my first one, but now I have 2. Activate this column, and I get $1 for each public structure. So I have 1, I get $1.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. I want to upgrade something. Ooh, what is that? Perform an extra action for each person. I have to spend $2 though to get another thing. I need to upgrade because it's going to be free. My first upgrade is free.
Mm-hmm.
So, this stinks. This is awful. I have no money for anything right now.
That's unfortunate. You could take out a loan.
Yeah, I don't want to take out a loan though.
Okay.
I don't like credit.
Yeah, the way loans work in this game is if you take out a loan, you get $3, but to pay the loan back, it costs you $6. So it kind of hurts.
I know.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I'd like to get more money, but unfortunately it's going to cost me to get money. Like, it's kind of strange, you know what I mean? Okay, well, I'll upgrade this for the sense of explanation. For each type of... I only have one. Oh, well.
Yep, so you'll get 1 sky point.
So this drops me down a skyscraper. It pushes me up a sky garden. Doesn't cost me anything, which is good. And it does give me 1 victory point because this is my only type of sky garden, tech tree sky garden.
Okay. So I'm going to take out a loan.
Okay.
So you take out one of these loan tiles, and it just reminds me at the end of the game I'm going to lose a point if I don't pay it back, but I get $3 for it. So that's my loan. And I'm going to buy this guy.
Okay.
So I will pay my $6 back for that. And I'm going to build this right over here. And I'm going to clog up that.
That row.
Yep. So this says gain $2. And final scoring is decreases the exchange rate of money to experience victory points by 2. So it normally for every 12 e-coins you have at the end of the game, you can trade them in for 1 victory point, basically. But this reduces it by 2, so it only costs me. I can exchange 10.
Right. All right. I'm gonna need to take a loan too.
Oh, you giving in?
I've got no money.
I know.
All right, so I get $3 for that, right?
Yep.
And I'm going to build this guy for 3. Oh no, I only have $4. $5.
That's unfortunate.
Oh no. Getting another one.
Sorry.
Well, that is kind of stinky. What would it cost me? 1 to build a... Alright. I'm gonna pay $1 and build this stupid thing that I don't even want to build. I'm gonna build it right here. Right here.
Okay.
Okay, so I get $1 for each player, and that's $2.
You don't activate it.
What? Oh, no. Really?
Yeah.
Alright, so I have to put it in an activation column then.
That's correct. No, I think you have one of my chips. I'm like short a chip over here.
Alright, so $2. And I guess I'll activate that here.
This one? All right. Okay. So I'm going to, for free, upgrade this to a sky garden. So that's going to go up. That's going to go down. And I get 1 sky point or solar point for each adjacent public structure.
2, right?
So I get 2.
Okay, there you go. All right. And now I can buy my things. 3, 4, 5, 6. All my money. I'm gonna buy this.
All right.
And that reduces my building cost by 2 for my public buildings. So that's gonna clog up this row.
Okay. Which one did you do? This one?
Yep. So we have one row left. For
Okay. So I'm going to buy for $1 this guy. And I'm going to put it right here. And then there's my dollar. I was about to activate my dollar.
in there.
Activate that. And then I get one for each player, including myself. So I get $2.
Okay.
And that is the
That's
end
it.
of the round.
Yeah.
All right. So if you have any buildings that have end of round abilities, they would trigger now.
Like this one?
You get $6.
$6.
We move up to round 2. $2 go on every one of those until it reaches 6, and then it'll
start getting victory points.
start getting victory points. And then we take back all of our activation tokens. Player 1 switches, so now I am player 1, and we start round 2.
Yep.
All right, so to start us off, I have 2 of these and 1 of these. I thought I only had 1, so I actually owe another $1. My count was off.
Wait, what?
Oh no, I don't
Oh,
know
you
another
put that
$1.
on there.
I just didn't
Yeah.
push my thing up. Okay. Well, then I'm going to take another one for $1 for $2 now. There's $2.
Okay.
I'm going to grab this guy. I'm going to put him here. And I'm going to activate this entire column. So I get $1 for each player. That's 2. I get $1 for each Sky Garden. That's 1. So I get $3.
Okay. And mine activates as well, right?
It does not.
No. Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure?
We just both happen to be building in the A column, which is probably not smart.
I know. I like all that money sitting on this thing.
That's a tough bonus though, because
It's not a great bonus.
I'm not swimming in money right now.
Yeah, like I'm not paying $5 for it. What it lets you do is when you gain a victory point on your turn, you can spend $5 to get a victory point.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing that. Gain $1 when you build a new skyscraper isn't bad.
That's actually pretty good.
It's not bad, but it's not going to leave me with much moolah to do anything. You know what I mean? Money's hard to come by. So I'm going to get this. I'm going to take this guy. Even though his bonus isn't very good.
Yep.
I'm going to take those $4, pay my $6, and put that right here. The Williams Block Theater.
Oh, nice.
And I will activate this row. So I get $1 for each public building. I have 3, so I get $3. And then I get $1 for each player. That's $2.
Playa.
Playa.
All right.
2, 3, 4, 6.
Okay. I only have 1. Oh, that's tough. Okay. It's gonna cost me $3.
Oh, I'm sorry. My building cost for public buildings is reduced by 2. So I
I'll
actually
see
get $2 back.
Yeah. It's gonna cost me $3 for one of these. This is brutal. All right, I'll pay 3. I'll take another one of these guys. I guess I'll put them here. Activate that one.
This one?
Yeah. I get nothing for it, but yuck.
Brutal.
I have 4 of these now. Dang it.
Dang. All right, I'm going to pay $2 to upgrade because I'm at level 1
That's right.
public or the Sky Garden. So I'm going to make this a Sky Garden. So I get 1 victory point for each, 1 solar point
1 solar point.
for each adjacent. So I get 3.
3 solar points.
3 solar points.
Yep. And so when the Sky Gardens activate, you collect that bonus one time, and it never triggers again. All right. So I'm going to do an upgrade myself as well, and I'm just going to go ahead and I guess, no, that would be bad to do right now. The problem is I don't want to activate a row.
I know, it's tough. That's the challenge.
Yuck.
All you have to do is put your tiles out, and that's the game.
Yeah, it's much more than that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to activate this one, okay?
Okay.
And it would normally cost me 2 because I already have one, but I get a reduction, an upgrade reduction of 2, so it's free for me.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
So now this one allows me to perform an extra action right now, but so you got to block your thing off. So my buildings come down 1 and my solar gardens go up 1. And I can take another action. So I have $3 and I can afford another one of these guys. Which is probably wise. Sam wise. Okay. This one's such bad.
It's such bad.
I guess I'll buy it. Here's $3.
Okay.
I'll put it here. I'll activate this row.
You're activating everything.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get $2 for that, because I get $1 for each player. So that's it.
Okay.
Yuck.
I am going
1, 2, 3, 4.
pay $1 to build this neon skyscraper right here. Right? Right here. And go. So I get $1 for each player. That's $2. And my thing goes up 1.
Man.
It's so tricky.
It is tricky. So now it would normally cost me 4 to upgrade at this point, but it's only going to cost me 2 because of that building.
You're going to upgrade again?
I am. Okay. So there you go.
Okay.
And I'm going to upgrade this guy. No, I'm going to upgrade this guy because I don't have to activate anything. But that's immediate 4 points.
Okay.
That's all he gives me is 4 points.
Okay. That's good though.
It's not bad.
Not terrible.
And this comes down, this goes up. So now my Sky Garden cost has gotten pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of broke.
Yeah, broke's a joke. That's no good. I'm gonna pay $2. Yeah, $2. And build this guy. Right here. I think. And activate this row.
Which one?
This third row down here.
Okay.
And that gives me $1 times the current round number, which is 2. So that's $2.
Excellent.
It's good math.
Or take out a loan for $3.
No.
I have to. 'Cause I'm broke. I have no money. And I'm going to pay $3
Okay.
to buy this one that you just bought and place it here.
Okay.
And I'm going to activate it.
Okay.
And I'm going to get $2 because round 2.
Okay.
Oh, that is the end of the round.
I know.
Okay, so round ends. You have $6, right? You get $6 at the end of every round.
Yes.
So that's your round end ability. I don't get any others. These come off. Goes to round 3. $2 on each of these. 1, 2, 1, 2.
You got it.
Yeah, I grabbed a bunch.
Okay.
Okay, so round 3, and we are back to you as player 1.
Yep. Okay, I'm player 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, thinking about what order I want to do this stuff in. Okay. I am going to, not that one. I think I'm going to take this. So my building cost for public buildings is reduced by 2. There's $4 already on this, so I'm just going to build it for free. Right here.
Oh, that's a nice one. I was just reading it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is gain $1 when you build a new skyscraper, which is pretty cool. And I'm going to activate this row, which is going to give me $1 times the current round number, which is $2. And that is it. Your turn.
Okay.
And you need to activate that.
Oh, this is one you activated? That's good. That's a good one. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take a loan.
Okay.
For $3. I don't get $6 at the end of every round.
I know, you need to get that ticket.
It doesn't exist.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm gonna pay, it would normally cost me $6 to upgrade, but it's only gonna cost me 4 because of my discount. So there's 4, and I'm gonna upgrade this guy, and I'm gonna activate that row.
Okay.
So this is gonna give me $1 for each empty space in my city. So I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus $1 for each sky garden.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. So I get $10.
That's good.
So I had to do something.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah.
My upgrade cost is high. Ish. Yeah, I've got 2.
Yeah.
I would like to have that one where it's a discount if I upgrade. What was that? Upgrade cost reduced by 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 of these. No, 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
I'd really like to have that one. Okay, I'm gonna build this thing. For free also, because it's 4.
Okay.
And I'll put it right here.
And you're going to activate this row. Okay.
That's a good one.
When a skyscraper indicated just was upgraded to resolve its effect twice. Yeah, wow, that is really good.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to spend, I have 3 skyscrapers. It's going to cost me $3 to build one. So I'm going to build this guy. And I'm going to build him right here. Yeah, I got to build him here. All right, and I'm going to activate this.
Okay.
So I'm going to get $1 for each Sky Garden, which is $4, and I'm going to get $1 for each player, so it's $6.
6 total?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Make sure I'm good. 3 and 2. Okay. So I'm going to upgrade this guy for $4 and turn him into a public garden. Sky garden, I guess.
Sky Garden.
So that gives me the same. So I get 2 credits. 1, 2. And $1 for each blank in my city. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
And
that's it. You didn't activate anything.
That's it. Okay. Yeah.
Oh boy, this is getting tough now. I'm just not getting enough monies.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's the problem here. Okay, so if I spend $6, I can take this and build it somewhere, probably here. All right.
Okay.
You have to block that one.
Which one did you you?
B.
Which one? Okay. I'm going to spend $2 and build this with these $2.
Okay.
And I'm going to put it right here in this row. And I get 1 victory point for building a public building on an adjacent space.
Okay. So this is taken, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, wow, it's gonna be $6 for me to upgrade a building to a sky garden. Actually, it's only cost me 4, so just give me 2 back.
Okay.
Because I get a discount. Just deciding which one I want to do. I might as well do this one. Now I'm going to get 1 victory point for each type of sky garden. So I have Helios, Neon, Tech Tree, Spectrum, and Zona. So that's 5 victory points.
Nice. Do you have a victory point?
I do. There you go.
Okay. All right. Let me see. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I like to check because I sometimes forget to move these. Oh, good.
Where'd I build that? Where'd I do that? Hold on.
Where did you do
I
that?
did that right here. So I might actually have to cover
blocking
that.
this?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I feel like I need to build a skyscraper. But I'm not going to get... Well, I guess I could. I could build it here. So I'm going to pay $2 and build this skyscraper.
Yep.
But it's going to... I'm going to build it here. But my bonus is that I get $1 when I build a new skyscraper. So
Okay.
I get $1 back. And I'm going to activate this, and that gives me $1 for each of my public buildings. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. And that ends the round.
Yep.
All right. So we are moving on to round 4. And I'm player 1.
Yep. Okay. To move this up, actually. 3.
So you're 3 and 3? All right.
Did I get my 2 points for that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I always forget to take those points, unless it's like 2 points for each of these things.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, so what do I got here? I have some buildings I can purchase. And I think I'll do that. I think I'll buy this guy. It's going to cost me $3. There you go.
Okay.
And I'm going to build him right here and do that. Now, I'm going to activate this whole column. So I'm going to get $1 for each sky garden. That's 5, 10, $12.
Nice. See, and you were complaining you didn't have any money.
Well, I have more in loan debt than I have in actual cash. Story of my life. Okay.
You have a lot of sky gardens there.
Sky Crew, yeah.
Sky garden.
Sky Crew.
Bet it does.
All right.
I kind of want that thing. I would like a lot of these tiles. Okay, I think I'm gonna spend $2.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't put $2 on this.
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
So
You plan on buying that?
I'm gonna buy it. So just pretend there were
Why
$2
not?
on there.
Just have them all.
I'm taking them all.
Apparently.
Well,
No,
that's
I
my
don't.
advantage.
I really don't care. I don't really like them.
I'm gonna put them here. And I have like an engine that
just won't quit.
Is
that what you're trying to say?
Okay. So I'm gonna activate this row. So I get $1 for each windmill, each public building. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $7.
Okay. All right. I guess I could pay, God, it's like $8 to upgrade to
I
a
know.
Sky Garden for me. That's so expensive.
At least not 10.
It really, it's too much money. It's way
You get to
too
the
much
point
money.
where you're kind of like, what's my money to point ratio going to be at the end? And like, is it worth even doing it? You know what I mean?
So it's going to cost me $4 for a building. There's 6. I'll build another one of these guys.
Yeah.
And I guess I could put it. I'll put it somewhere I can activate and get some monies. Here we go. Put it right there. I'm gonna activate this row 2.
Okay.
And I'm gonna gain 1 point for each Sky Garden. So I'm gonna get $10.
See, that's not so bad.
That's because I keep having to build these
Yeah.
structures that give me money for them.
Right.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God, it's getting expensive.
Very much so. Yeah, it's like, I don't know if it's worth upgrading or not, you know?
Right.
I mean, I guess it's always worth upgrading. For $6. $6 equals 4 points. Does that sound good to you? I would like actually to build one of these guys. So it'll cost me $3 to build a skyscraper. So I'll pay 3 and I'll build this guy maybe.
Yeah, which one?
This one,
Okay.
the neon building. And I'll build them down here. And I get $1 back for building a skyscraper. And I'll activate this row,
B.
B,
Okay.
which gives me my windmill dollars again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 still. And that's it.
How many skyscrapers do you have out there now?
7.
Skyscrapers?
Oh, skyscrapers? I have 4 out now.
Okay. All right, I'm going to pay it normally will cost me 10, but with my discount it'll cost me $8 to upgrade this building. And this building is going to give me 1 victory point for
good.
each type of those. I know I have 5 different types, so I'm going to get 10 victory points because it activates twice. So with the Museum of Trees,
right.
when a skyscraper in the indicated adjacent spaces, and if you see it has an up and down arrow, so it's only in the above and below spaces it counts
Yeah,
for.
that's a really good one. I
Yep.
like that building.
So
a
I
lot.
get double the points there.
Yeah, that's really
so that
good.
that was actually really big.
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't have to activate anything because
Right.
it was
An upgrade.
already taken. Yeah, and it's already filled with activations.
Okay. I will. I'm going to do an upgrade for $6. And upgrade this guy.
Okay.
Do I have to activate that row?
You do.
I do?
Mm-hmm.
Or I have to upgrade that row? Oh well, it doesn't really matter. I get 4 points.
Yep. So you get 4 points.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's stinky. Well, that's bad.
What is?
That twins one, because I don't have any other twins
I
on the
know.
board.
I don't either. They haven't come out.
No.
I would think they're like all in there.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I can really do is start upgrading stuff again, but it's gotten, wait, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to cost me 8. No, 6. That's upgraded too. So I'm actually at 6. It's going to cost me $10 to upgrade, which is just too expensive versus $5 to buy a building. So I'm better off buying something that's at least give me some money back, which I know this will. If I put it in a spot, so I can put it there, activate this guy. And then that's going to give me $2.
Okay.
Which is really not much.
That's not great.
But, okay.
Neither of my columns can really be activated right now. It sucks. That's horrible.
Guess you're upgrading.
I guess so. Yeah, I'll upgrade. So I'll do $8 and upgrade this guy, I guess, for 4 more points.
It drives you up to 5 now.
Yep, and that covers up that guy.
Okay. $6. All right, I'm gonna pay $6 and buy this one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna place it right
You need to cover that up.
here.
You need
Oh,
to
that.
cover
Oh,
this.
that's what you did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then, I could still do that. So
You still
$6.
do. You're just not gonna get the.
I won't activate it. That's all my money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I'll build a skyscraper then. For $1. Because it's $2. But I get $1 back, so. And I can't activate it, but do it anyway. It's like, do I want the money? Actually, that wouldn't be bad. I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. We'll see how that works out.
Okay.
That may be a bad idea, but we'll see. I can't.
Can't activate it.
Your turn.
All right. Okay, so I'm the last to go, but here's my dilemma, and let me explain this to you. In this game, you have to do one of those 3 things. You have to build a skyscraper, you have to upgrade to a sky garden, or you have to build a public structure, right? You have to do one of those 3. If you cannot pass, you cannot skip your turn, you must do one of those. I have 2 e-coins to my name, which is way less than what I need to do any of these actions, right? My cheapest action would be to buy a skyscraper and build it in my last space. However, I can't do it because I can't afford it. So I have to take loans until I can afford it, which is terrible. So here's one loan for $3, if you will. So that gives me $5. I'm still short. So I will take out another loan for $3. This is going to crush my score at the end, but I have to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to now pay, it's going to cost me $6. I'm just trying to think of what is the better option here. And I'm thinking it's probably I'm just thinking of what to build.
Well, here's the thing. Building a skyscraper, you're not going to be able to activate it. So it's only going to take up that 1 credit spot. You know what I mean? Like, you're just basically losing a victory point if you don't fill that up.
Right.
If you spend the money to upgrade, your return on upgrading that is going to net you 4 additional points, as opposed, well, you'll net 3 because you're not covering that, but your payout on like the $4 or.
But I have to take another loan to do that. That's.
Oh, you would. No, never mind.
I have $8, and it's going to cost me 10.
I think it's going to be a wash either way.
So it's going to be a wash either way. So
that's about what you want to do. I don't know. Well, no, do this, because when you upgrade this, it resolves its effect twice. So that's going to actually give you 8 points.
No, it doesn't.
Why?
Because the indicated, see the arrows?
Oh.
It's only above and below. Does that affect?
Where's the arrows?
There's yellow arrows.
Oh. I thought it was part of this, like the space.
It's not the spaceship. It's a museum of trees.
Sorry.
How did you not know that?
I don't know.
Okay. So I get where you're going, but to me, it's like I'll at least get nothing. I'll save a point, but it's not going to put me any further
in debt.
Yeah. And I don't know. Maybe that's.
But only gonna lose
but the
your
thing
points
is, here's the catch.
Right.
We're going to go into next round.
Yeah. Well, we're not, because you're going to fill up your board.
Well, if I were to upgrade.
Right.
Right? And then that would end this round.
Yeah.
We start the next round. I'm still broke.
Yeah, that's true.
So what am I going to do next? I can't do anything, so I have to end the game. So here's my $6.
Okay.
I will buy this one, which I will build here.
Good talk.
Yes, we had to talk that out. This is it gets crazy. So that's going to push me up here.
Okay.
But that's also going to trigger end game.
Right.
Because I've filled the board. Once one player fills the board, the game ends immediately.
Yeah.
So now we do final scoring.
Okay.
Right? So it's quite simple. You have your...
Well, let's pay back our loans, if you can.
Right. So they're going to call... Well, if you can. I can't.
So I'm going to pay $6. Do I get $6 because it's technically the end of the round? Or did the game kind of end?
I think the game ended. The round didn't end. So you can pay it back. I'm going to lose 5 victory points for loans, which isn't terrible.
That's not terrible.
So here's my 5 victory points. 3, 4, 5. Here's my 5 loans. And I don't have enough for more. So what do we have points? You're going to trade in $12 per victory point.
What?
So you can trade in, for every 12 credits you have, right, you get 1 victory point.
So that's going to be 1 point.
And that's
6,
it.
8, 9. Okay.
So how many victory points?
20, I think. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
It's pretty close. So considering
4 points. And
considering how broke you were.
And I lost 5.
Right.
For loans.
Yeah.
Right? So there's kind of the wash.
The part about that is that you kept building these public, or the Sky Gardens, which was like pushing you up and making it more expensive, but you were getting points.
Tons of points
for doing it, so it's like,
Yeah. All right, let's go talk about it.
So cool.
There you have it, Solar City.
We're back from the future.
We are, from the year 2035.
Yes, the not too distant future.
No.
All right, awesome. So that actually worked out. That was better than I thought it was going to be for you, because you took out a lot of loans. But.
Yeah, I thought, I knew I didn't have a money engine this game, so I really tried to push Sky Garden route, where it gets you a lot of the points and try to trigger some of the extra points. And it was close. I mean, it was 5 points in loans that burned me. Because that would have been 1 point over where you were.
Yep.
But I tried.
That's good. So let's talk about theme. Jump in with theme. So this is, they're very specific to consider this the solar punk universe, which has an amazing history.
Kind of like a bio-green,
right,
kind of save the earth time, kind of punky,
like save the earth, but also like very tech,
very techy, so it's pretty cool. Neat. I like it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Looks very alien.
It is, right? Well, probably because we're on like another planet, because we like destroyed Earth or something.
Probably, most likely.
Or Solar City. But it was, it's pretty neat, and we don't usually talk about components with Kickstarters, because this is all prototype. Everything you're seeing is all prototype. But to be honest, I didn't feel like I was playing a prototype.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
this is
the art
well done.
is near final. I think if it's not, I'd be happy with it anyway. Yeah. I like that the skyscraper side is like kind of gray and like old-fashioned. It's very urban. Yeah. But then you have your Sky Gardens that are just kind of like this upgraded, cooler version
and it just brightens it all up.
Your Solar City thing, which is kind of neat.
It's very neat.
And it's got a kind of low profile, so you don't have like a huge. You have your player boards, whereas that's where most of your
that's where all the action takes place.
It's all the action is happening there. So you don't have this like big player mat or something that like other.
But like a game board, you've got to manage. Yeah.
Right. And I think it, will. I don't know if you want to say anything else about theme or the
theme. No, I think theme. Obviously, yeah, we're not going to rate components because it's a prototype. But like Francis said, this is in its current form, it's pretty damn
good.
nice. Yeah. So as far as theme goes, yeah, cool theme. I think I like the future vibe. The solar punk is kind of fresh. It's different.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely it's like appealing to look at. I think the buildings are really cool looking.
I want to see these in metal.
Yeah, if these were in
make
metal.
These metal coins.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I would be like.
I do want to touch on replayability though for this game, right?
Yeah.
Because there are a bunch of different tiles.
Yes.
So the setup is random, right? So you saw we had these 6 cards laid out on the table, and these 6 cards basically represent each of the corporations, right? And each of the corporations has a different type of building. There's a whole deck of these cards and associated tiles that go with them. So you randomly draw 6 cards out of this stack, and then you grab the associated tiles, and that's your game setup. And it's going to be different every time because they're all vastly different.
Yeah, like we've played with other ones that just like they give you different kinds of bonuses and like make certain other things cheaper, so you can really build a different engine every time you play.
Yeah. So it really, I think the replayability here is quite high, just in the fact that you're going to have such a different experience every game, just based on the fact that you're going to have completely different tiles. Even if you have just 2 different tiles out of these 6, the game is going to change completely. So I think that's really cool. Yeah,
that was really well done.
Yep.
As far as mechanics go, this is a really neat take on tile placement because you're kind of creating the rules as you go. So, I mean, there's obviously rules as far as activation and things like that, but you're kind of like, if you build your zona, building, you're going to want to put public buildings around it. So it's not a requirement, but it really does benefit you to do that. Where your city could be based on completely different rules based on how you're setting up your city.
Exactly. You're almost building mini engines within your board to fire them at the right time. And the interaction there is by watching the other players and be like, okay, they're going to kill it on column A. I need to make sure I build something and activate column A so that she doesn't get to do that.
If you have the time and attention to pay attention to somebody else's board while you're trying to do your own,
and it doesn't ruin your own strategy, then you could really benefit from doing that. That's where I think a lot of the interaction comes from, because you're drafting from the same pool and you're affecting each other's boards by triggering these activations, which I think is a really cool mechanic.
And we were saying, like, thematically, you came up with a good analogy for it. It's almost like you're building in the same city, but you want to make sure, like, if you activate a certain column, you're almost encouraging the other players to go to a different area of the board and build so that they can trigger, so you're not on top of each other.
Right, so you're all in one city, just different grids in the city, and then when zone A gets activated, you're going to take advantage of it, and every other player's like, they beat me to it. Right. So I can't get the permits to run these, like, if you think about it thematically.
It works out thematically. And it kind of speaking to, like, theme and mechanics, I did want to point out, too, that I was really impressed with the organization of this. So everything from how you set up your decks, because you have, like, the 1 buildings and the 2 buildings and, like, different skyscrapers and stuff, that all works out. I like how the activation is very, like, visually it makes sense.
Right.
Like, from an organized perspective, just everything just makes sense.
Yeah.
So that being said, let's talk about kind of weight and target audience.
Sure.
I kind of feel like anybody could play this.
I think it
does have a lot of strategy, though.
Yeah, I'd probably say this for me, I would say it falls somewhere in the middle of the road. Like a mid-lightweight tile placement, because there are some
light midweight.
Yeah, there's some kind of there's some deeper strategy here. Like, you could play it and just play it to place tiles, but are you really taking advantage of some of the inner mechanics of the triggering, right? And of the adjacency bonuses and all that stuff, and
paying attention to the other players.
Yeah, there's not a ton of iconography here, so that's really easy to pick up on, and I think that's where you can kind of bring the lightness into it. The rules are really easy.
They're clear.
They're clear. The gameplay is clear and it's fast. It's just that I think a little bit of the strategy may be somewhat complex, but not really that bad. I mean, it's kind of, to me, it reminds me a lot of like a Quadropolis in the future.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you're building in a
like
grid.
Speed.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I'd say the weight's probably in that ballpark.
Right.
But
okay.
All right.
Cool. So I think that's it.
Yeah, so it's on Kickstarter, obviously. If you're interested, check it out. We really enjoyed this one.
We really did.
Yeah, definitely. We had a lot of fun with this game. Yeah. So, if you like it, back it. If not, there's plenty of others out there. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. The Kickstarter link will be below. We'll see you next time.
See ya.